When it comes to 0 to 60 acceleration and even quarter-mile runs, electric SUVs can easily outrun internal combustion rivals. Their top speed parameters might not be as impressive, but the latest arrivals in the segment are setting the bar high. Today we will be exploring the quickest and the fastest family SUVs with electric hearts that are expected to redefine the performance segment in the nearest future. Electric revolution is just beginning, so do not let internal combustion win the arms race and subscribe to our channel. Let's get technical. Regardless internal combustion or electric, any Audi deserves a Performance S version these days. In 2021, the e-tron is graduating from the class of rather reserved family haulers and became a true sports SUV. The familiar dual-motor all-wheel drive setup is boosted with an addition of an extra motor to the rear axle. This effectively raises performance characteristics to the maximum 496 horsepower and 717 pound-feet. The resume of the model is expanded with electric torque vectoring, ESC stabilization control, and drifting capabilities. Finally, this electric giant can sprint to 60 in 4.5 seconds and hits its limiter at 130 miles per hour. When it comes to fast electric vehicles, Tesla cars always demonstrate top results, and the brand's crossovers are not an exception from this rule. Already on sale in 2 all-wheel drive guises, the Model Y gets you decent interior room with a third row option and has pretty good performance characteristics. The $10,000 cheaper long-range model can accelerate to 60 in 4.8 seconds, speed to 135 miles per hour, while also covering 316 miles on a single charge. The Y Performance modification cuts the acceleration time to 3.5 seconds and boosts the VMAX to 155 miles per hour. The 7-seater R1S will become the second production vehicle by Rivian, following the introduction of the highly anticipated R1T pickup. The upcoming SUV will compete with Tesla Model X, which is the only true 3-row all-vehicle SUV currently available. Externally, R1S resembles a rugged blend of Land Rover and Jeep Commander. As its truck sibling, it boasts distinctive stadium headlights with the daytime running light stripe across the whole bow. Having separate motors in each wheel results in outrageous combined output of 710 horsepower and 829 pound-feet of torque. Hence 125 miles per hour top speed and 3 seconds 0 to 60 sprint. Finally, the largest 180 kilowatt-hour battery configuration allows the R1S to claim up to 400 miles of range. The electric revolution is just beginning. Time to show your rebellious spirit by joining the Zero Emissions movement by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Let's proceed. We do not want to jinx it, but the California startup Faraday Future seems to be on track to finally deliver a production version of their luxury electric crossover by the end of 2020. During the long years of uncertainty, the model was actually improved and obtained the next generation modular battery. Comprised of 22 kilowatt-hour strings with the maximum capacity of 130 kilowatt-an-hour and 300-mile range, the top version of the SUV comes powered by a triple-motor all-wheel drive setup with 1,050 horses. The flagship is supposedly capable of reaching 170 miles per hour top speed and goes 0 to 60 in 2.39 seconds, which would make not only the fastest but also the quickest production SUV in the world. Despite Jaguar's solid credentials of producing high-performance automobiles, their first electric entry is trailing behind the major competitors. Its dual-motor all-wheel drive powertrain can indeed produce 400 horsepower and 512 pound-feet of torque, but the top speed is limited to just 124 miles per hour. These restrictions are mostly attributed to the heavy weight of 4,700 pounds and the need to extend the range to 253 miles. In 2021, Jaguar continues to boost the appeal of the model, introducing a few exterior refinements and adding new technical features. The SUV gets a cabin ionization system, more driver assist, and a new Piffy Pro infotainment with a dual modem, Wi-Fi hotspot, and over-the-air updates. Initially revealed as a new concept vehicle from the brand, this electric crossover has been confirmed to hit production lines in 2021. Though labeled as the electric Nissan X-Trail for similar sizing, the Ariya is actually a vehicle of its own. It comes built on the entirely new CMF EV platform, and it is also the first electric car from the brand to get liquid battery cooling. The crossover offers singe and dual motor drivetrain configurations with a total of 5 levels of output, and it gets 2 battery sizes, 63 and 87 kilowatt hour. In terms of acceleration and speed, the most capable Ariya is the all-wheel drive E-Force performance model that can develop 124 mile per hour velocity and sprint to 60 in 5.1 seconds. Until recently, it felt as if Tesla and Rivian would be the only dominating forces in the newly formed segment of electric trucks. But the legendary General Motors Detroit Ham truck plant in Michigan is already gearing up for the return of the iconic Hummer. Initially, it will be released in the pickup guise, but the body-on-frame SUV model will follow soon. The info about the newcomer is scarce, but let's summarize what we already know. The so-called super electric truck will be powered by 1, 2, or 3 motors. It will possess all-wheel drive capability up to 1,000 horsepower and 11,500 pound-feet of torque. The 0 to 60 time is mere 3 seconds, while the top speed remains undisclosed. With its gull-wing doors and extreme performance, this Tesla is the one of most recognizable electric family haulers of today. It is solid in 2 configurations, long range and performance. Both have standard all-wheel drive, offers seating for 5, 6, or 7 passengers, and get access to Tesla's latest autopilot tech. The long-range model can travel for 350 miles on a charge, while its speed is above the industry's average, reaching 155 miles per hour. However, when it comes to acceleration, the X Performance is the configuration that truly shines. It sprints from 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds and tops out at 163 miles per hour. At the same time, it is still promised to cover up to 305 miles. Despite attaching the iconic muscle car moniker to this electric crossover, Ford chose to pacify it with 3.5 second 0 to 60 acceleration and mere 111 miles per hour top speed. Nevertheless, this platform was allowed to unveil its full potential as a part of the joint project between RTR and Ford Performance. The Mustang Mach-E GT incorporated a 7-motor powertrain previously tested on the Cobra Jet 1400 dragster. Its battery was reduced to 56.8 kilowatt-hour, but the number of horses was increased from 459 to 1,419. The speed parameters of the world's most powerful electric SUV hasn't been tested just yet, but we would assume that beyond 170 miles per hour VMAX is quite possible. Moreover, this beast can alternate between front, rear, and all-wheel drive, utilizes Brembo brakes, and gets a hydraulic handbrake and full aerodynamic package. What are your thoughts about the presented electric vehicles lineup? Which one is your top pick? Answer these questions in the comments below and support the electric revolution by liking this video. By subscribing to the channel, you will always get notified about new EV videos, so smash that red button and ring the bell without hesitation. See you later.